How's it going, everyone? My name is Jake and welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing top 5 things I reckon should be added into Adventure Quest 3D. Now in these lists it's just going to make your game a little bit easier, not meaning you'll kill your enemies like faster. It's just going to be some things that are going to help you in the game, and I reckon it should be added into the game. These things might be on their way, but I haven't heard really anything from it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go start into the list. So number 1 is auto pickup. If I can get an enemy by here to drop some loot, we just go kill him a bit, and he doesn't drop loot, so I'm gonna have to cut until I get some loot. So there we go, I got some loot, and let's say I click on the bag. Usually we'd have to like double click on it or click to get the item, but what I reckon should be added is like a button. I'm just gonna say F to auto pick up everything in this bag. It just makes stuff a lot easier. You should just press F and it would click it, it would like pick it up, so you don't have to be going around and like, you know, clicking. Because it can get annoying sometimes when you fight in like in a dungeon. Sometimes you gotta click. Sometimes you click on the ground, so then you're not attacking the enemy, and I just think that'd be a lot easier if they added, you know, that button so you can just auto pick up from a bag, and then make the game a lot easier. So number 2, which ties in with the bag idea, which is like a light from the bag or somewhere to indicate you have like an item on the floor to be picked up. So see this item, sometimes you can actually miss it when it's in like the grass or something like that, or an enemy's on it. You can just turn away and they think, oh, no drop or something like that. But I reckon should be added is like an indicator, maybe an arrow or something like that. It doesn't have to be too big so it takes up all your screen, but maybe just a little tiny thin light. I have a Photoshop thing on it. If you want, I showed you what kind of could it be. But it doesn't really have to be that big giant arrow I did in Photoshop. Or it can just be a little tiny light, little like, you know, faded light. Show, hey, you have a loot here. And maybe you could change colors, like, you know, be like, oh, this is a purple light, means you have like better items in it, or stuff like that. I just think it'd be like really cool if they added that in the game, because sometimes you can be like, I know a lot of us just put their camera in the ground, see if there's any loot under the enemy. That's what I do anyway. So I think if they added that light system, it would make the game pretty easy. Well, not easy, but it makes it enjoyable. You can see a big like light shining, like, oh my god, I got loot. Then you run back and you pick it up. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Now number 3, I told Artix this, but I'll just show you what I mean. So if I go into my bag and then click on something, you can see it kind of blocks up your person. You can't really see him really well. What I suggested to Artix is to move this bit over here a bit. I'll put a picture, I've did it in Photoshop, like move this box over here. But he told me that was a really good idea, but it wouldn't work with the iPads. And then he suggested, what if we move the camera, the player to the left a bit? So obviously, you know, if you put the player by there, and yeah, I think that would work as well. So, you know, I really want to see that added. So move the, you know, you would have your player by here. So instead of my player being by here, it'd be by there. So every time you press B, it will, like, you know, kind of glide your character, or no, glide the camera to like the left a bit. So you'll have your character on this side. So then you can just have your, you know, your loot by there, and it'll be a lot easier to, you know, click instead of going click like that, if that makes sense. So you'll have your character by there. So yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. Now number 4, this isn't really a big thing, but it's something I would like to see added into the game, or just an option to unlock your FPS. I don't know why, I just don't like playing at 60. I know some people like, you can't see past 60 frames a second, and I don't know if that's true, but every time I play a game and I got like over 100 frames or something like that, it just makes it enjoyable. I don't know why, it just gives you more frames. I need more frames. So yeah, that's just a small one. I think it'd be pretty cool if they added that into the game. So our last one I want to see added to the game is the crafting track. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's kind of like the quest tracker, where if you have a quest, you can track it and it'll come up on the side of your screen. But what I want to see is the same for crafting, where you have a separate box saying, hey, you want to craft this, and you need this item, this item, this item. You wouldn't necessarily have to accept the crafting, just, you know, you click on wherever you want, and then maybe add a box by here to click for tracking. So every time you pick up an item, it'll be on the screen, and every time you pick up the certain item for that craft, it'll pop up saying, hey, you've got, you know, you just picked up black blade for the sword or whatever, something like that. So yeah, that's kind of a small one. It's basically like the quest tracker, but yeah, I think it'd be really cool if they added that into the game, and it'd just be, you know, really cool to see it, and it make crafting a lot of fun too. So yeah, so that's going to be it for the list. I know it's a pretty short video, but I just want to know what you guys think. Maybe you'll change my list, maybe you'll add some of the stuff. Just tell me what you think should be added into the game. Try to avoid stuff that they're going to add in the game. Try to think of some, you know, some different stuff they might, you know, I don't know, like rideable dragons or something like that, something crazy. I just want to hear your guys' opinions and see what you guys think, and let me know what you think about my list too. See if you would like to see some of this stuff added into the game. So yeah guys, that's going to be it for the video. If you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.